Just last month at the U.S. Open, a controversial call may have cost Serena Williams her tennis match. Many blamed the officials for getting the call wrong. The incident caused many players and fans to call for an instant replay system. Well, a small company in Waterloo, Ontario might just have an affordable solution. Tennis is a game of skill and strategy, proper attire and etiquette. And with up to 11 people watching the lines, it's also one of the most officiated sports around.
Oh!
But that doesn't mean mistakes aren't made, causing that etiquette to go by the wayside.
Oh!
What do you mean that ball was out? It was clearly in the box.
I can't overrule that call.
You gotta be kidding me. That's so ridiculous. The ball was visibly in. My grandmother would have made that call.
Lap 15.
Ridiculous.
See, this is the problem in tennis. It happens every day, every court, every tournament. Humans watching the lines. You can't see a ball traveling up to 150 miles an hour. So, come on, guys, let's go in. I'll show you a solution. Notice no lines, people, so you'll have a much easier job. So go ahead, guys, have some fun, and we'll call the lines.
This is the Autoref line judging system that's used to track tennis balls over the tennis court. As you can see around you here, we have 8 high-speed cameras that are taking pictures at 120 frames per second. These cameras are continuously looking for the ball over the court and taking that data and sending it down to their own individual computer.
Using cameras to track the ball isn't new. Ultra-high-speed cameras can capture up to 12,000 frames per second. But at a cost of $80,000 US each, they're only reserved for big-name tournaments.
Some tournament like a US Open can spend more than $500,000 US on officiating.
Autoref, on the other hand, uses mere $3,000 cameras combined with powerful computing that mimics what humans do naturally.
Autoref very elegantly mimics what human judges do. They have 2 eyes. For the 2 eyes, we have 1 camera for each eye.
Once each eye or camera spots the ball, it sends those coordinates to the central computer. From here, the computer determines where the ball is in 3D space.
So if one camera says the ball is in this position, and a second camera says I saw the ball in that position, if you put those 2 together with his algorithm, it says then the ball has to be at this location. And we can determine that location to 5 millimeters or less in terms of accuracy.
That's equivalent to the hair on the tennis ball. But in order to ensure that accuracy, the computer needs more information.
We have to tell the system where the court is and a little bit about the rules of tennis. It's smart, but it's not quite that smart.
Every court is a little bit different. That's why Gord must personally measure each court and position markers to calibrate the system. Then it's just a matter of adjusting the cameras to the right position, focus, and iris.
Yeah, more. More. Okay, that's it.
But because Autoref's cameras only capture 120 frames per second, there are going to be gaps in the ball's trajectory. And that's where the central computer uses equations to fill in the gaps.
The system calculates the speed of the ball, knows the angle of the ball, how it hits onto the surface. And we know the surface of where the tournament is being played, so we can calculate the actual oval, the actual ball mark that it will leave, the ball will leave on the surface.
Knowing what mark the ball will leave is extremely important in a game of millimeters. That's because a hard overhand smash can cause the ball to skid on the surface and stretch to up to 160 millimeters. A lob shot, on the other hand, leaves a rounder footprint.
What the system does is it takes the physics of the ball coming in and the ball leaving and says that's got to be where it touches the court. And because I know that, and I know where that line is, I can now tell you exactly how far the ball is from touching that line.
The system also works in all light conditions on any surface and can even adjust for different types of tennis balls, their spin, even how they wear over time. Obstacles, too, are considered.
So if there's a player in between the camera and the ball, we know how to handle that. If there's a half volley where you don't see the outgoing trajectory, we can handle that as well. So the system was built to call 100% of the shots 100% of the time.
So how does the system call a match?
Out.
With the system set up, the operator starts the play by merely clicking the start court. After that, the system follows the rest of the track automatically. If the system finds the ball to be out, it'll signal it.
If the ball is too close to call with the human eye, the chair umpire is able to call up the last 5 shots on the index screen of a tablet PC.
Once they have this index screen and they wish to see exactly what it is that the ball landed, they will touch the screen on the ball of interest and they will get up this kind of an animation. So that shows very precisely how the ball tracked in and where that ball landed on the court.
These animated replays can also be used to track statistics over a whole match, from serve speeds to unforced errors, all prized by broadcasters. So why trust Autoref's automated graphics?
Well, it's an excellent question because the heart of this system is accuracy, and unless we have that demonstrated accuracy, it's of no use to anyone.
To demonstrate the accuracy, Gord puts a small amount of special sand at the service line, and a ball machine fires a ball at the line.
Good one.
Then Gord measures the distance of the ball from the line and compares it to the computer's results.
And your center distance.
That's a 163.
In a normal day of testing, we'll do that 120 to 150 times. We'll use different ball speeds. We'll use different types of balls. We'll use different spins on the balls so that all of these things can be related to the system.
And while Peter and Gord believe that Autoref won't end disputes on the tennis court entirely,
Out.
What? What do you mean that was out?
I guess it's pretty hard to argue with a computer.
How can you miss a call like that?
Come here, we'll take a look at it together. The ball was on the line, so the point is in your favor.
That's what I thought. Thank you very much.